All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are praying this morning for these people that were in the North Carolina, South Carolina area. A couple of our mods have not been heard from for a day or two, so we're very worried. There's been reports of over 1 million people dead from the floods. Now, I don't know if that's true, but it's just horrible that this is happening in America. Supposedly these politicians keep saying it's the greatest country in the world, but thus far they cannot even, who is building, who's in charge of building in our country? Why would you build a home right off of the shore of an ocean? I have no idea. Why would you build a home in these mountains that are all ancient river runoffs from the mountains? They built towns. They built towns right in the path of ancient flood areas. Who is running the show in this country now? I have no idea. But they want to send all this money to other countries. And this country is falling apart right in front of your faces. Right in front of your faces. Over 1 million people dead. No power. I hope our mods are okay. We're praying. This is heartbreaking. It really is. These people are cut off from America. They're in America, but they are literally cut off from the rest of the world. No power, no water. They shut all the pumps off. The water's probably contaminated now. You got whole towns missing, people just missing. We haven't heard from our mods in a day or two. It's horrible. It's just horrible. I didn't sleep last night, worried about our little Debbie and our other mod, Bella Blaney, that are out there. Why haven't they called in the National Guard? Why haven't they called in the Army builders to come in? The roads are completely gone. The towns are completely gone. This is going to cost America. Insurance companies are going to raise the insurance. Everybody is affected by these national disasters. That it's been going on for so long, you think that our country would be better prepared for these weather anomalies. And they're not. They don't even have neighborhood rescue teams in your own neighborhoods. They don't have nothing. They got nothing. Their food is running out. Their water has been shut off deliberately because the pumps can't take it. They're overheating. So they have no fresh water. They got no running water. They're running out of food. Their gas is going to be running out if their tanks, the gas that are in them tanks, might be water. There will be no gas because they got nowhere to. They'll have to bring in tankers and store gas in makeshift tankers and pump gas out of that because if it's flooded like they're showing, even the gas station tanks underground that hold the gasoline probably are flooded out. You're going to have gas flowing down the rivers if that's true. Hopefully, where's Joe Biden in America? Where's the government? Where's everything? They're all wrapped up into this war shit as your country is smacking you, government people, in the face. They're just, nobody gives a crap about authority anymore. Not after this. You put your life in these people's hands, thinking that they're doing good for us. We put our hands in these police officers and other people, and they're out breaking laws, raping and pillaging and corruption. And why hasn't the National Guard been called in? Why hasn't the building of the Army building team come in to try and? They're cut off. The bridges are all down. These people are cut off. Cut off. Horrible. And it ain't over with, folks. There's 3 more hurricanes heading this way. 3 more hurricanes heading down there. They're screwed. If this ain't biblical, I don't know what is. This is an eye opener. There's a lot of people out there asking Elon Musk to get Stargate up and running so they have some kind of communication. And this is the problem. This is the problem. You backstabbing pricks in this government. You sold out your country. You sold out your fellow man. These people are going to choke you politicians and you police officers and government people out just like you did to their children. How could you not be calling in the National Guard and military reserves into this? Why? Because everybody is so wrapped up into this politic war bullcrap as their people are dying. In Florida, you ain't done yet. You got another 3 hurricanes coming. Who builds on unsolid ground? We will never invest in Florida. It is a haven of sick, pedo, child raping people. It's halfway underwater now. We keep telling you people, it's flooding. It is sinking into the ocean. Do not invest. And I wouldn't invest in any of these small little towns. And they'll rebuild these small little towns right in these ancient waterways. They're going to rebuild these towns, right? And it'll happen again. It'll happen again. This is something that happens every year. Every year. You think that this government would wake up and spend trillions in rehabbing America, and they're not. They don't give a crap because it's not America no more. I'm losing all respect for any kind of authority, any kind of anything anymore. Anything. I really am, and millions are of people are. It's just horrible, and they don't care. They don't care. And there's more rain on the way out there in that area. If you people live out there and you can get out, once there's an open road and you can get out of North Carolina or these, get out. Get out. No, they don't care. Food's running out. They're going to have to start air vacuuming in food and water. They best get on it. I don't know who's running the show, but this is just horrible. This is horrible. I'm an idiot. I have a disability, have a brain. And I know more. Instead of turning on the news, the TV today, and all you're seeing is crap about the president should be on the TV right now saying we're getting National Guard, call out North Carolina National Guard, call in the military, get these roads open. They're cut off. Nothing's going to be moving out of there. No food, nothing. They can't even get there. All the bridges have been washed out. All the bridges are washed out. How many children died? I don't know. How many more are going to die? Who knows? Swept away, probably over, I imagine probably 1 million. They're reporting over 1 million people dead. I believe it. I believe it. Every single one of them towns were in little valleys that were runoffs. Ancient. They knew that. They got the geological maps, the runways off of the mountains and everything of all the water. They knew that. They built. They built right on top of it. Well, it hasn't happened in 30 years around here, a flood. We don't get, that just ain't, yeah. Well, look at what you thought never happened, happened. I got 2 mods missing. Nobody's heard from them. We're getting reports that there's a million people dead. North Carolina, South Carolina, and then Tennessee or whatever. How does this happen from a hurricane? That's how it happens, folks. These people had no warning. They thought it was just going to be a bunch of rain, but they don't understand weather. And before this hurricane hit North Carolina and South Carolina, it already rained for a week before the hurricane, remnants of the hurricane even made it up there. Ground was saturated, water table was high, and the ground couldn't handle the water. The government should have known this, and many of these people should have known this. They're the ones holding all these ancient waterway maps and runoffs and everything from the mountains. How could you build towns right in? Well, because it hasn't happened in 100 years. Yeah, but if history does anything, it shows you. It repeats itself. And by golly, folks, I'm warning you right now. History is going to repeat itself again in America. So hold on to your horses. Right? Does it shock me? No. No, it don't shock me. It don't shock me. The devil's got these people all wrapped up into wars, politics, religions, and as these people are wrapped up into it, saying we are the greatest and we do nothing but millions are dying. They are the greatest actors ever in the world. I'm calling in National Guard and military. I'm overstepping the White House. Put all your money and people and power, get all of the electricians up north here. I'm sure we're going to have to go out there and start running electrical lines to get power to these people. We're going to have to call on other states to come in and help. North Carolina, I'm sure Indiana's already. I know we're pretty good up here, up north. We usually have guys that volunteer to go down there. We send trucks down there and everything. Start sending them out there. We got to overstep our government because they're all wrapped up and they got their fingers up their butts and everything. Call in National Guard, call in the military. No, nobody wants anything to do with these people. Nothing. Nothing. It's going to get real ugly, folks. That's all I can say to you. That's as much as I can say right now. It's going to get very ugly in America. They're just not worried about America. They're worried about other things. If it ain't the devil, I don't know what it is. We're praying for our mods. We hope all these little ladies are safe. I would suggest you ladies and you people out there, don't come up here. We're putting CRAM devices all around. We're protecting this area. Now, these people didn't listen. We told them for I don't know how many years. Don't build on the East Coast next to the water. Don't build in ancient waterways. Watch where you buy your properties. I'm not investing into California because it's sinking. It's going in, it's earthquake. It's going to split open and suck everybody into it. We're not investing into Florida because it's sinking. It's a proven fact. Proven fact. We're not investing in these places. Why? Because it's not worth our time. It ain't worth our money. And you just don't get the return from the insurance companies like you used to. So don't invest in this crap. I wouldn't invest in anything out in Texas because that's going to be hit by hurricanes. You know this. It's proven history. But they flock to it. I don't know. I don't know. Just like I said, someone call in National Guard. I'm calling in National Guard. I'm calling on all the electric companies to volunteer what workers you can in trucks and that you can to send down there to North Carolina, South Carolina area. It's just horrible. I didn't even sleep last night. I haven't heard from Little Debbie. We haven't heard from little Bella Blaney. And that's the thing. Look at this idiot in my chat. Lame says the National Guard is busy coming up or coming after you for childhood. This is what this country is more worried about. Is stupid stuff as your country is dying. Not me, not my people, your peoples are dying right in front of your faces. All glory goes to God. Amen. King of Kings. Lord, we pray for our little Debbie Fox and our little Bella Blaney and all the other mods that are out there out on the East Coast and down south. In Jesus' name, amen. All glory goes to God. It's unreal. I hope these little ladies are okay. May God be with them. I suggest you ladies move to higher ground, whatever. The only people that are probably safe are these towns that were on high mountaintops in that area in North Carolina. Them are probably if the water runoff from the top of the mountains didn't wash them out. Who builds inside of a valley? Known where water that's where water accumulates. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. What a mess. What a mess. I'm so tired of hearing about this is the greatest country in the world. Oh, shove it up your ass. It would take days before National Guard even got organized, organized to get out there and everything. You'd have to bring in Hueys. You'd have to bring in the Air Force and start air vac stuff in. I don't know what to say. I don't know why this is happening. I'm dumb, but I ain't that dumb to see a demonic thing here. I don't know. I have no idea. Good morning, Aquarius. So I've been listening to the JLR, who's on top of everything. Good morning, requiring minds are say a prayer for our little Debbie and our little Bella Blaney. And all the rest of the people stuck out there, cut off from the world. In Jesus' name we pray. It's been raining here. Uh, we got a little break in the weather. The sun comes out. It is sad. I haven't slept since Friday. And people ain't realizing it rained 3 days, 4 days, almost a week in North Carolina before the hurricane even hit. Makes sense. The ground was just saturated. The water had nowhere to go, thus for creating floods. There was pumps. They could have put emergency pumps when they were building these towns to pump the water out. But where do you pump it to? It's all valleys. I mean, I can't deal with this no more. I'm watching these other countries listening to me, and their countries, they're putting fire attack systems in neighborhoods in case the neighborhoods, giant hose pumps that just hose down the whole neighborhood. They're doing all kinds of stuff, and America just cannot listen. These people are so stubborn, they can't listen, and this country's dying. The only thing they care about is the military. You cannot live by military alone. I went to bed early last night, 2 o'clock. I couldn't do it no more. I was so worried. Can't get a hold of little Debbie. No messages. I haven't heard from little Bella in a long time. So what do you do? There ain't nothing anyone could do. We hope they're safe in Jesus' name. All glory goes to God. And it's just horrible. It is literally just horrible. And it don't matter, even if they got food to them, the food's contaminated with some, who knows? If it ain't one thing, it's another thing in this country. What happened to our country? I can tell you this much. You ain't going to have a country unless you have food inspectors, unless you have water treatment inspectors inspecting the water. And they're on the up and up, and they can't be bought off and paid for. You need doctors and nurses because they all been bought off and paid for. They don't care if you live and die. They're getting paid from big pharma and all the rest of it. Without this in a country, you got nothing. Sure, you got a great military, but even our military is stupid because they are getting sucked up into wars and they're using our own ammo. Thus for taken away from America, and they're just so dumb. They they sold their souls to the devil. Too many people bought in this country. Agreed. Yeah, yeah. We're not in bet. We're not. It's just too risky. It's not. And what people don't realize is we're going back to a weather pattern that was 50,000 years old. See, the earth is a cycle. It goes through, it's like a woman in a menstrual thing. It goes back to a cycle. And now we're going back to that cycle. That is going to be dramatic for America because we fall back in that area that the weather was crazy 50,000 years ago. So 10,000 years ago. So this is going to be an occurring thing. And, a lot of people said this has never been documented before. So we don't know what's going to happen because it wasn't documented 50,000 years ago. No, I don't know. It ain't gibberish. These are just people that don't understand things, Aquarius. Their life is good, right? They live in a little bubble. They don't care about the people around them. They're in their little bubble. They don't care if millions die. So you're wasting your time trying to talk to these people, Miss Aquarius. They don't know. There's nothing funny about it. I agree with you. There's nothing funny about it. We are literally watching a country, our own people, our own children, dwindle away. Just dwindle away to nothing. I know this much, folks. America is going to be changing. That's all I can tell you, folks. I know you think I'm funny. I know you think I don't know what I'm talking about. But America is going to be changing, folks. We're literally going back to the 1800s. Witch hunts, warlock hunts, vampire hunts, you name it, beheadings, all kinds of things is coming to America. National disaster, floods, massive drought, massive famine, massive disease is coming to America. There's nothing anyone can do about it. You can listen to the politicians. It's the greatest country in the world, and nobody's got anything under control. They should be on national TV right now, calling in National Guard and military and everything. They're not, right? Why? Because they're broke. They spent it all on a war. They're screaming out China, 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 Russia, Russia, Russia. Yeah. China, 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 Russia, Russia, Russia had nothing to do with a national disaster in the United States. It was China's fault. It was, these people are just looking for a war to spend our money and kill our children and send our kids to fight wars for these idiots because they got caught stealing from the American people. They got caught raping and pillaging and having freak offs and the rich and famous and all this. And guess what? Guess what? The planes are being loaded. Your own people are going to get rid of you politicians in this country because you're not. They figured it's cheaper to burn it all down and start over. Madness. Forgive me, Lord. I'm just so fed up with this madness. I'm just so fed up with it. It's just unreal. I can't. If it ain't people starving, it's people dying from diseases they never had. They went into it. They had to get a simple operation. They come out, they're worse than what they were when they went in. Everything's contaminated. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody gives a surgeon utensil these days is more deadlier than a rusty needle, than someone sharing a needle with AIDS, I guess. I don't know. It's just nobody cares. They think they can vaccinate their way out of everything. It's horrible. It's horrible. Then they only vaccinate the ones they want vaccinated. The rest die. Right? It's just madness, Lord. I can't take too much. I'm telling you, Lord, you dropped me off on the wrong planet. Wrong planet. Looks like Earth. Kind of smells like it. But I'm smelling too much death and crap. Just literally crap. These people don't even pick up their own dog crap. These people, they don't even. You got fleas, you got dog crap everywhere, you got mosquitoes that'll kill you. A mosquito bite will kill you. Yeah, we're tired of hearing the greatest country. I have a disability. I'm lucky I'm not dead. I'm lucky I didn't off myself with all these people attacking me in this country and everything. I'm so depressed. I finally had a relationship with somebody in 20 years. Actually talking to the opposite sex. But that was taken away from me, all ripped away in a flood. Everything to control me. Everything to steal from me, all my ideals and projects and everything. Devil worshippers. That's all I can say. Demonic. Hopefully the Lord gives these people some time to get out of North Carolina, South Carolina, and anywhere else in Florida, because there's more hurricanes coming and more rain, because we're going back to that 50,000 year weather pattern. The world don't know. We've had professionals on TV telling these people this has never been documented. We don't know what's going to happen. This is a freak cycle. The Earth was in 50,000 years ago or whatever, 10,000 years ago. I don't know. I can't take too much, Lord. All we could do is, folks, I'm asking you if you could see this video, if you can hear it, pray for our little Debbie Fox. Pray for our little Bella Blaney. Pray for our other mods, Miss Cold Truths lives up here. I don't know what that means. Our other people and other mods in the way of this storm, and there's more coming. And winter's coming up north here. They're like in early winter and everything. I'm like, we're going right back into that pattern. Right? We're going back into that pattern that was 10,000 years ago, where we might have 21 feet of snow. They're not preparing. Why do you people prepare to go into war, but you don't prepare for the weather in your towns, in your states, when you know what's going to happen? I don't know. Let me listen a little bit here. You're dangerous, Amanda Hug and Kiss. You're dangerous. You're dangerous because you think people that are dumb or have disabilities don't know what they're talking about. Maybe the Lord is using these people to send a message to you, and They refuse the message, and this is the outcome. And they just can't get it. Their pride is so big, like their swollen heads. They can't. They cannot fathom that their world is going to be coming to an end. They'll be having to find someone to raise their children because these people's worlds are going to be coming to an end real soon. And they can't fathom it. They don't want to listen. They don't care. These are the people that are dangerous, the ones that are into my chat trying to cause trouble and drive people crazy to commit suicide. These are the suicide squads that our government was telling me about. They're suicide squads. They go out there and they're just like a contamination cell, where these people were deliberately going out into public and contaminating people with CV and the other stuff. Terrorist cell. That's all this is. It's just a big giant terrorist cell. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Psychotics. Psychotics. Complete psychotics. No matter if they work for the government or whoever these people are, the Aquarius, that keep attacking people, whoever they are, they're crazy. They're completely crazy. Hold on a minute. All right. Like I said, who's ever running these White Houses in this world or in this country, uh, very, very out of touch with the people. They are so out of touch, it's unreal. If it's for you, Big Aquarius, take a message. All right. Yeah, it's just unreal. We ain't seeing no action like we should be seeing in this country from our politicians right now. How come these people ain't on TV, the governor and all the senators or whatever, these small towns or states? I'll tell you why, because they got so comfy in their little jobs, they don't give a shit if you people live or die. I know they don't give a crap if I live or die. And like I said, they did this to themselves, right? They did this to themselves. Why so much hatred towards these people? Well, because they're not doing nothing. We're pointing them in the direction of what they have to do, but they just don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. they think they're listening to God. And I'm like, you guys have been blinded by Satan. That ain't the true God you're listening to, because you wouldn't be worried about Ukraine and Russia and China. You'd be making peace and worrying about America. Ah, ah. Hell, we can put lights in everybody's house with magnetic generators that'll run power all over. Well, you can't do that, Mr. Kramer. Why? Because the electric companies will kill you. That's why we can't save our country, because this government let big business and utilities run the show instead of standing up and wiping out their division. They went ahead and let them just, you can't put in a magnetic generator in people's houses so they have power nonstop free. It's just a magnetic motor that continues to spin off of its own magnetism, creating electricity and power. And these idiots they don't understand it. They don't even understand it. They don't even. Good morning, Miss ATS News. We hope you're safe and everything. We're praying for little Debbie. I haven't heard from her in a couple days. Last text she sent me was the power went out. Everything was flooded. And they were out of gas. They were trying to get to a gas station to get gas. And she said she'd contact me once the power came back on, or she got home, and I never got a message. I hope she's okay. And she was just getting ready to leave that area. Folks, when I tell you to get out of an area, get out of that area. Right? It's not. These people think I'm trying to save my country, save people. I'm trying to let God see that I care about these people. When I tell you to get out of an area, get out of an area. I would get out of Florida. You folks think it's a joke. I'm like, no, I would get away from the coastlines. But we ain't got nowhere to put you, because even our states are overflown. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Heck, the power went out here for 4 hours the other day. Right? Small little town. All it took was someone with a semi to come in and figure out, oh, I can't make that turn, and snap, there went the telephone pole, and snap, because these telephone poles are so close together and so tightly wound. Boom, there went 4 or 5 telephone poles, wires down, arcing, power out and everything. Everything's above ground here. All the power is above ground here. The wind blows, power goes out. Right? If you live north of town here, LaGrange, Indiana, I don't know what it is. We've had tornadoes come through here. And that north part of town, at the roundabout or the four-way corners here, north of town, the power's always on. Very rarely is the north side of town out of power, and that's probably because they're drawn from the giant uh, solar field out here in Michigan. I don't know. I don't know. Miss ATS News. I think he also said there's been reports. There was people in his chat when I was watching. There was people in JLR's chat saying that there's over a million. There's being reports of over a million people dead from the flood. With the hurricane, with Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee, over a million people dead. Now I don't know if that's true, but it very well could be true, and that's why they're not. That's why it's not being reported. Yeah, over a million people dead. I can't believe some of the footage that came out this morning. Actually, people running out their houses going, "What's that noise?" And then just a giant wall of water come rushing down the mountainside. It just wiped out everything. It just took their cars, their houses right off the foundation. It just wiped them out. Wiped them out. Look, here goes Amanda Hug and Kiss. This ain't about you. It's about little Debbie. It is about little Debbie. We're worried about little Debbie. We're worried about Bella Blaney. We're worried about the other people that watch my channel that are from that areas of floods. We're worried about the people in Florida. We're worried about America. Amanda Hug and Kiss, Lane, or whoever you are, Bendejo, the man of many names. We're also worried about little Bio Girl, being Bio Girl from this ATS News channel and the other crime channels. We haven't heard from her. She's missing. We don't know where these people live. They might live in these areas, and we don't know it. And they're gone. We brought our cat, who's more like a dog. Well, thank God, because the videos I've been watching this morning, it's nothing but cats and dogs that are left. They're all on top of the houses and fighting for their lives or whatever, and people were just swept away. Who knows where they're at? They could be they could be 100 miles away, downstream somewhere. It's unreal. And what people don't realize, people don't understand building techniques. They build on top of a mountain thinking they're safe. They're not safe because you have water that comes off of the top of the mountain. The mountain is not rock. I mean, there's rock underneath it, but there's also dirt on top of the rock. And that gives way. There's mainly dirt, right? When these rocks, when the earth comes up through the ground, it's rock. And it's pushing everything up. It's heated rock, magma that's cooling. Everything's being pushed up. So when a mountain is created, it starts pushing up ground, dirt, soil. So on top of these mountains, there's still soil. Why? Well, because look at all the trees that are growing on top of the mountains. There's soil on top of it. And that soil has to go somewhere when it's overloaded with water and saturated. And it gives way. So even if you're on top of a mountain, on top of old Smoky, all covered in whatever, it's going to give way if you put enough water to it. Yes, the Aquarius hugs, praying for everybody. Have a good day if you're leaving, and God bless. Thanks for stopping in, and yes, let's all keep praying for our little Debbie Fox and our other mod Bella Blaney, which we haven't heard from her in a while. We hope she's okay. We hope little Debbie's okay. My heart is just crushed right now with this stuff. My heart goes out to these ladies and little Debbie. I've been talking to her for years. We've created some kind of a friendship, a, a love affair, the YouTube love affair, but that was all washed away. Oop, there's that little hummingbird. That little hummingbird just flew right in front of the camera. I probably should change that hummingbird water out there. Probably got waterlogged. It's diluted, and they're like, "Hey, this ain't real sweet stuff anymore." Call in the National Guard. Call in the military. Why do they wait for stuff like this? They knew there was a storm coming. Why did they wait for it? I don't know. But hopefully they get their act together. And it's just horrible. I think the people that are in control of making neighborhoods and subdivisions these days are actually people that are not real Americans. Because there's no way I would build a town in a valley where you know it's acceptable to flooding because the water goes, it has nowhere to go. It comes down the mountains into the valleys. The easiest way of flow. I'd be like, no, I'm not going to build no town there. Are you crazy? It was an ancient waterway from the mountain runoffs. We get a big storm or something, it's going to flood out. The dam is broke out there. It's just unreal. It's unbelievable. Little Debbie, we love you. We're praying for you. Little Bella, we love you. We're praying for you. We hope all you ladies are safe. God bless everybody. Miss ATS News, we hope you're doing good. It's drizzling a little bit here, but then we get a little bit of sun, and then it's all remnants from the hurricane. The rain we're getting up here for the past couple days was from the hurricane, and we're all the way up north. What's fake news, Lane? What are they talking about? Is it all fake? They're putting this all together and putting it out in the so they can steal money? Is that what you're trying to tell us, Lane? There was no flood? That this is all just to scam America out of money? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. Why don't you run your own channel instead of telling him how to run his? He don't have no content. We checked it. He don't have nothing. Now he's trying to blame me for Dave going off the air. I don't know. Dave told people he was only thinking about going once a month. He's got lessons. He's doing videos on lessons, the cigar shop and everything. Nobody chased him off of YouTube except for you. All right, I gotta call my mother. I gotta check my Facebook Messenger. He can't miss ATS News. He can't even show his face. He can't do anything but complain about other people. That's all he does. And he's probably the one orchestrating the child support scams and everything. I'm tired of all these people coming to me. Got thousands of kids. I'm like, I've only been with a handful of women my whole life, and it was for years and years. How do I have 1,000 kids? I don't know. The scams going on in this country are going to come to an end. And you'll know it's going to come to an end when you just see a melting ball of goo in the sky. God, what is it? It's the end. It's the people that really were in power getting tired of you people and your madmen and your government. And they pulled the pin. That's when you know it's over with. Oh yeah, Lame always is negative. I'm trying to let people know the world is changing. The only thing we got is family and ourselves, our friends, our neighborhoods, our communities. That's all we got. Right? We don't have nothing backing us but us. I don't know. It's horrible. No, you're right, Miss ATS News. All he's got is he comes in here, complains about me, doom and gloom. That's all I say. But everything he does is negative. I don't know why. He claims I owe him child support. I'm like, you're a dude. I'm not gay. Go somewhere else. I don't know. Unless it's not a dude and it's a woman. I don't know. I'm done paying for your children in this country. I'm done with it all. No, I'm getting attacked by this demonic thing. Sad, he must not have any friends or community. Miss ATS News, we gave him so many chances here. We told him he could be a part of something, but he just continues. If I say something or someone says something he don't like, he attacks them. Now he's claiming to be the beacon of light. Only Jesus is the light in my darkness. We gave him so many chances to be a part of it. And then he went to other channels and he pissed off them, and then he blames me for it. He pissed off Dave Levine, the corned beef kid, also known as the California kid, also known as the freak of nature carved in granite. He pissed them off. He pissed everybody off. And then he says, all I do is talk about doom and gloom. Maybe it's a message from the Lord through me to America saying, get your crap together. But being that I'm dumb, and a retard, from what you folks say, because I have a distant brain problem. And people in my family have brain problems, all from society, the lives we live. I don't know. My mother called me, so I got to call her back. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Excuse me. The light and the truth and the way. Yes. Amen. Like I said, Lane could be a part of this. Amanda Hugginkiss, who is lame, or one of his friends, or whoever it is, could have been a part of this channel and many channels, but insist on trolling people and driving them half nuts to where they kill themselves. I don't know. I don't know. Johnny, try and grow some pumpkins next year. No, there's so many pumpkins right now. I seen a video the other day in this ATS news of pumpkins loaded up at the front of these stores, and people are like, there is no way they're going to sell all them pumpkins. And they'll just end up rotting away. I don't know. We got more dark clouds back there coming in. More rain. Word to you, mother. Don't talk about my mother. She just called, and I got to call her back. That's who called me. Good guy. I got no way to get a hold of little Debbie because I don't have her phone number. No, I got no way to get a hold of the little Debbies. Everything is so secret with these women. No one knows. They can be in a ditch somewhere, and we have no way to get a hold of them. This is what happens when you love people. I hope she's okay too. Amanda Hugginkiss and Lane thinks it's a joke, and I'm like, no, it's not a joke. North Carolina and South Carolina has been pretty much, if you live by the mountains, you're screwed. All the bridges were taken out from the floods. No, she wouldn't give me her number. I'm starting to wonder if these women are who they are, or if they're just politicians or government people trying to get info from me. I don't know. There's talk they want me to work for them. I'm like, you couldn't pay me enough money. I ain't gonna run this country for $10 an hour. I ain't that dumb. No, no. Would I run the country for free? Well, if I was back in my 20s and 30s and had a job, was in good shape, I would have ran the country for free. That's what they did in the olden days. It was an appointed. If you were going to be mayor, governor, whatever, it was a volunteer job. You didn't get paid for it. But who am I? I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess the time that I did go to school with a disability and had problems, at least I learned something that these things were all these government things were done for free. If you lived in a town, your name was put in that hat, and they random picked people to run the town for free. I don't know. It's what it said in the history books. But who am I? I'm just an idiot. I'm dumb. I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta call my mother back. I see someone sent me a message. I'll answer that. And I hope little Debbie is okay. I'm glad most of the people are okay. I hope little Bella is okay, and all these people that are my mods are okay. But I am really worried about little Debbie because she's right in the middle of it, and I hope they're all okay. Now, you folks have a great day. We are expecting rain here today, and God bless. And I might be back later. If I hear anything from little Debbie, I'll let you know. Like I said, the last message I got, her power went out. She had to go to the gas station to get gas to get the generator going, but they couldn't find gas because everything was shut down. And she would contact me once she got back home, and she never did. I'm worried. Yeah, I know they forgot who I was. Whatever it is, Amanda, whatever, right? I might not be nothing to them. I might just be their money pit. I might just be their escape route. They're ones I might be the one they lead into the hell. But even in hell, Jesus still is King of Kings. And I pray for him if it's that. Right? Everyone gets used once in a while, but that don't mean I can't still care. So even though if that's true, what you're saying, Amanda, hug and kiss, I still care about them. And yeah, all glory goes to God. And that's all I can pretty much say. Folks, get ready in America. Uh, the hunt has begun and the madness has begun. This is just the tip of it. But, all right, you folks have a great day. God bless. The Lord's Day. Thanks for another day, Lord. If you can, Lord, please save these people and our mods and little Debbie Fox and Bella, and look after them in Jesus' name, I pray. And have mercy on us, and have mercy on this government and everybody. In Jesus' name, amen. You folks have a good day. Talk to you later.